Welcome to another edition of ECAC Hockey Decision Makers. Thrilled to be joined by Clarkson head coach JF Houle. Welcome aboard, JF. How you doing?
I'm doing very good, thank you.
What's it like up there in the North Country right now? Everybody's got to be so excited about the way your team's played this year.
No, it's good. We've got a good thing going right now. Our team is playing well, and we have very good support from our people in the community and the surroundings, and we're happy where we're at right now.
That's not a foreign concept for you. You were a player at Clarkson University. How has it changed since you were a player and now coming back as being the coach?
Hasn't changed all that much. The North Country stays pretty much the same. Same rink here at Chile Arena, same people around, but I would say the hockey has changed a little bit. I think those young players are fast. They're in excellent shape. They know the game. I feel like the game has evolved, and that's a good thing for college hockey.
What do you look for in a player when you're out recruiting?
Recruiting, well, for us, obviously, hockey sense is a very important thing. We try to do our homework on the character of the person. For us, it's important to get good character people here at Clarkson University. Obviously, we want them to be good students. It's little things that we look at. Speed is important for us as well. So, we lift a lot of rocks here. We recruit quite a bit, and we hope to find the right players to come to Clarkson.
When I was coaching at St. Lawrence University, Walker Arena was still in play at Clarkson. It was a small bandbox. It was a tough place to play. Clarkson was a real physical team. Everybody knew it. Are you still that type of a team?
Yeah, I think we're blue collar, hardworking team. Although we do have quite a bit of skill on our team, it's something that we hope to continue here and bring some skill. But we always want hardworking players. That's something that Clarkson always had, and it's important for us to. It's a part of the community, and it's a part of the way we want to play.
JF, you coached a lot of pro hockey before you came to Clarkson as a head coach. How's that helped you be prepared to be a head coach at the college level?
I think it helped me a lot. I think the experiences you learn throughout your pro coaching career, especially in the American Hockey League, when you're dealt with having to play a depleted team after a call up or any of those situations. I think the American Hockey League is an excellent place for coaches to learn different things, and for me, it's for sure helped. And you learn to make decisions on the fly, and I think that's a good thing for me here at Clarkson.
You grew up in a hockey house. Your father was a first overall pick in the 1969 draft by the Montreal Canadiens. He won 5 Stanley Cups. I grew up watching him. He was a tremendously smart player. How much did you learn from your dad growing up about hockey?
A lot. Obviously, just watching him, and watching the way he handles himself, and I was very fortunate to grow up in a hockey environment where the Montreal Canes have won a lot of championships and be surrounded by all those great players. So for me, it was more watching what they did than talking to them. My father obviously is somebody I look up to. He's always been there for me, and very fortunate to be able to learn from people like that.
Things have changed a lot in college hockey because of the relationship with the Canadian Hockey League. You know that as well as anybody. How much will Clarkson play a role going after major junior players?
I think it's a plus for Clarkson hockey. It's the proximity of the OHL and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League here in our backyard. A few hours away. I think it's a good thing. I personally have a lot of contacts in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League from coaching there a few years back. So I think for Clarkson, this is a good thing. It's going to allow us to kind of save time too. We don't have to go out west as much. We could concentrate on being a little closer to home. So for us, I think it's a good thing that it's great for all the players too. I think they get the best of both worlds.
I got to tell you, I'm blown away, JF. I remember going to try to recruit Marty Brodeur when he was playing Mid AAA in Montreal, Bourassa, and people would eyeball you and almost want to fight you in the ring because you were trying to take away one of their players. Now I see everybody coming together and everybody's talking to one another. I can't believe it's changed that much.
Yeah, it's amazing because I remember when I was an assistant here, my on my first stint here at Clarkson, you were tippy-toeing going to the rinks and almost hiding because you didn't want you didn't want to see the major junior guys, but I think it's you could build a good relationship with them. You could work together for the better of hockey, and not only you could help the young players become hockey players, but also good products of society with getting a good degree. And we all know that hockey's not for not everybody can make it. So I think it's good to have a degree to fall back on, and it's great to see that the major juniors are opening their arms and trying to work together to make it better.
What's the best way to describe how you coach your team?
Demanding. I think I'm demanding, but I expect a lot from our players, and our players will tell you, like I harp on a lot of the details. The details for me are the most important things, and I think that I'm the type of guy that if you do the right things and you play the right way, you'll have more ice time. And I think the players have figured that out, and the players that do that get rewarded. So, for me, it's harping on the details, making sure we play the right way. And the guys have bought in here at Clarkson this year, and we're really proud of that.
And when you go out recruiting, what are you looking for?
Recruiting, pretty much character of the players are very, very important. For us, it's important to get good people here in the program. Their skill level is also important, and we want to make sure that we maintain the skill. And you got to find a way to score goals. So hardworking players very important for us. Blue collar type of hockey, and that's what we're looking for.
What would a visit to Lake Placid mean to Clarkson Golden Knights if you were able to make it this year to the Final Four?
Oh, that'd be huge. We've talked about it with our players all year long. This is where we want to be. It's our one way to get to the NCAs. We have to win our tournament. So, we need four more wins right now to accomplish that. And something we've talked about it, and it would mean a lot to the community. It would mean a lot to the alums and for our team. And I think that we've had a good regular season, but we want to prove that we can do it in playoffs.
We talked about your pro coaching experience. So you're coming from a very successful program with the Montreal Canadiens in Laval. It's an amazing product that you helped build there. 10,000 people every night in a beautiful building. What's the difference between coaching in the American League and coaching in the ECAC?
There's not that much difference, believe it or not. I mean, hockey is hockey, and you're trying to help the next generation make it to the next level on both ends. Same with the American Hockey League. Obviously the age is a little different. The situation where the player is in might be different. In the American Hockey League, you have to deal with a lot of some players hit deception there. They get sent down, or they think they're going to get called up, and they don't. So there's a lot of trying to cope with with the players' deceptions. Here in college is trying to keep their dreams alive, trying to help them achieve their dream. And I think my experience in the pros can help those young players, uh, see what it is, how to make it to the next level. And, hopefully I can help those young players here at Clarkson do that.
Yeah, and I think you will. It's a pretty apparent right now. I think it's a bigger jump, Jeff. I was curious what you think on this. I think it's a bigger jump from junior hockey to college than it is from college to pro hockey. Do you think that's
Yeah. The guys are not as far, like the players are not as far as they think. A lot of it has to do with consistency.
yeah?
Players that play on a consistent level day in, day out, and do what it takes to get there, have a decent shot. But it is a jump. It is a jump, and the major junior to college is going to be a big jump too. It's going to be. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that major junior to see, how far of a jump it is, and if the major junior translates to junior to college hockey right away. But it'll be interesting to see.
See, I always thought there was a big difference between junior and college as well because of the age. I think a lot of kids stockpile points in junior hockey because they're doing it against 16-year-olds, Whereas in college hockey, there are very few 18-year-olds playing college hockey.
Yeah, I really think that some major junior players are going to come into college and be like, "Wow, this league is good." It's a very good league. The NCAA is hard to play against. Yeah, we have players that are 24, 25. It's a far cry from 16, 17. So there are men in here, and I would say that college hockey is the closest thing to American Hockey League. Like they're close. Obviously, the skill level, there's a drop off after a few lines, but college hockey is a really good product, and I think that with Major Junior doing that move, it's gonna turn into to a really good thing for NCAA hockey.
Has your dad had a chance to come down and watch your team play?
Yeah, he's came a couple of times. He came at the beginning of the year and right in the middle of the year, and I think he's coming here for the playoffs. So he's excited. He's excited for me. And he was heartbroken a little bit that I left the Montreal Canadiens organization, but for me, it was a great opportunity to go back to my alma mater. The family situation I have here in the United States, it was just easier for me this way, and I get to coach at a place where I played and hopefully change some lives.
Oh, I think you will. You're well on your way to doing that. I find it fascinating. I've known your father a long time. I have a ton of respect for him. And I got to think he'd be such a valuable resource for you when things are maybe you have some question about some things you're trying to do. Do you ever use him as a resource?
Yeah, for sure. He's a sounding board for me when I have questions about usually it's when you need answers on a few things. You just run things by him, and with his experience, he could always help. Another person, Mark Morris, my old coach here at Clarkson, George Roll, who I also coach with at Clarkson. Those are all people that if I need something, I know I could call them anytime, and I could bounce some things off of them.
What's the best way to describe how ECAC hockey is played?
That's a good question. I think it's a fast-paced hockey. To me, I see it as excellent hockey. We have some good teams in this league. We just played Quinnipiac last week. I thought they were the best team in our division, and they're well worthy of that first place. They're hard to beat. They're fast. They're skilled. The ECAC is an excellent league, and we're really proud of it here. And we have some good teams, and we uh, we have some good students in this league.
So going forward, you want to build your team a certain way. What's the best way to describe how you want to build your team?
Hard worker that never give up. That's the type of team we want. We want hard workers. We never give up. We find a way, and that's how we want to be known. We want to be known to for a team that grinds away, takes your will away, and that's the type of team we want to be.
Are you having fun?
Having a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to coach those young kids, especially that we've had some success, and to see the for me it's to see the players get better from October to now. I believe we're a totally different team. We've learned to play together. We've learned to trust each other, and it makes us a dangerous team.
I was curious how the guys received you when you came in. Was it a love at first sight, or was there some growing pains?
There was some growing pains because, like I said earlier, I am quite demanding on a few things. So I'm sure a few of the players are like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to deal with this guy." But I only know one way, and it's one way is to play the right way. So it's just a matter of getting everybody to buy in and everybody to put forth the effort. And when you do, you reap the rewards, and that's what's happening right now.
I think mentorship's so important for coaches. And, one of my biggest mentors is Scotty Bowman, Joe Marsh at St. Lawrence University, Brian Burke when I worked for him in Hartford, Craig Patrick in Pittsburgh. Do you have mentors?
Well, I've had a lot of good coaches, excellent coaches. I've had a lot of people that I run things through. The thing that I moved so much in my career that I was able to work with different people, and that really helps. I've learned a lot from Jay Woodcroft that I had in Bakersfield, and Jerry Fleming, and like the thing is like the more you move, the more you learn because you're not set in your own ways. So for me, it's and you take the best and the bad from every coach that you had, and you try them, to put everything together and make it better. So that's what I've been doing here in my last 20 years of coaching.
I think that's such a good answer. It's fantastic because I've moved a lot. I've bought and sold 15 homes in my career. And
Yeah, yeah.
you get to meet a lot of people. I think that's such an appropriate answer, JF. I love that. And your players are fortunate to have that experience behind the bench. In the community, do you feel the resurgence for Clarkson hockey now in
Yeah,
Potsdam?
I feel it. Yeah, I feel people are excited. It takes winning here at Clarkson. Like people are starving for winning. So we'll see when things are not as pretty how it goes. But I feel like people. I was well received. I feel like people are excited um, for me to be back, and I'm excited to be here. So hopefully it continues like that.
Have you been able to make any inroads with your recruiting in terms of major junior commitments already?
Yeah, we had quite a bit of major junior commitments. My assistants are doing an excellent job, teaching the young players, but also recruiting. We got quite a bit committed from the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League and also the OHL. So for us, it's good, and we're pretty happy where we're at with recruiting.
I can't believe you're saying it like that because I remember going to watch OHL games and Eric Lindros was playing. I remember going to watch Ontario Hockey League games and Chris Pronger was playing. And now you get a chance to get those players,
I
which is
know it's
unbelievable.
yeah, it's great. And the other day I was at the Quebec Remparts game, and I was sitting there. I'm like, wow, it's like, yeah, just like you said, I was kind of like taken away of like where we're at now with the NCAA and the ability to go get some of these players. And like I said, it's only going to help. It's going to help the NCAA. It's going to help Clarkson. It's going to help the players, and I believe it's going to help the Canadian Hockey League at one point too. Like they're going to make some changes. They're going to be a younger league, but look at all the people that came back from the BCHL to the CHL. All the prep school kids that came back. So now they are the best possible junior league in North America.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. My son was drafted by Blainville Boisbriand. I let him go for 2 days for 48 hours, and then I pulled him back because I wanted him to play college hockey. But if the rules had been the way they are now when he was playing, I would have let him go to Blainville.
Yeah, yeah, and absolutely, and that's a lot of players are doing that. We had players committed to us from prep school that went major junior at Christmas. They get to play in a league which is visible for them for scouts, and gives them the opportunity to showcase their talent. So I'm all for it, and I think it's a good thing.
Are you concerned at all for the prep school programs going forward?
A little bit for the prep school. The lower end junior A teams, but not everybody can play major junior. There's going to be a trickle down, and there's still going to be good players in other leagues. We're still going to have to go find maybe a diamond that maybe somebody that's not getting as recruited as much, and there's still going to be some good players in those leagues. So, um, but primary for us at Clarkson, it's going to be probably those top two leagues if we want to stay competitive.
How are you preparing your team for the playoffs?
Well, we have a bye this week, so that's always a little touchy. So, we had a couple of practice this week. Yesterday, we sent the players to go see a Laval Rocket game and a nice dinner in Montreal. This weekend, we have two hard practices. We're going to try to make it like a game, a little scrimmage kind of thing, and doing us coaches obviously doing a lot of video, getting our ducks in a row to prepare. But we're excited, and I'm sure the team is going to be ready.
That Laval Rocket team beat Utica last night 5-2, a little beatdown.
Yeah, yeah. Laval Rockets doing really well. They're in first place right now in the AHL. Really proud of those guys.
Yeah, did you have a chance to go to the game with your players?
No, no, I couldn't make it. We just sent the players alone. Yep.
Oh, that's great. I think
Yeah.
that's fantastic. You do that, and it gives the players an opportunity to see what the next level's like too.
Yeah, and they're close to that level, and they want to play there, so it gives them an opportunity to see the players live and see if maybe compare themselves to other players and give them an idea of how close they are.
What's the future hold for your program going forward in terms of what's the big goal for you with players? How are you going to coach them? What you want them to aspire to be? What's the
Yeah.
next step?
Well, we want to make sure that we develop players. Not only we want them to be good products of society with getting a good degree here at Clarkson, but we want to develop players to make it to the next level. We want to have some consistency into the program for us. Like we believe we have the tools and we have um, the everything that's needed here at Clarkson to help players make it to the next level. And we want our program to be consistently in the top, if possible, of the ECAC, and that's what we strive for. And our players know that, and that's what we want. So we're going to keep working as hard as we can to recapture that consistency.
I'm so happy for you. This has been great having you on. Thanks for visiting, JF. It really means a lot. And please, when you see your dad, please tell him I said hello. Really means a lot you came on. Thank you.
I will. Thank you, and thank you to you for having me.